Then, how's your spirit? We need to talk for a second. And I don't know if they're going to bring the volume down for me to do this. So let me check the mic real quick. Okay. And just do your best to keep a beat. Okay. It is approximately, oh, it's 2018. Leo has been murdered by the Memphis Police Department. I have already gone through what I call the fracturing, and I am living with a sibling in North Carolina, Durham specifically. I needed to deal with my depression the way that I was dealing with the loss of my cousin coming out of Memphis. I needed to rewatch Game of Thrones. You know, I hadn't watched it since like 2014 when Sharif had been murdered. And then, so this 2018 current president was the then president. And he had said, winter is coming, and used the imagery of Game of Thrones. And I was like, oh, huh, you got me fucked up. See, my family has been attached to the same way that the Starks were always attached to the government in the Game of Thrones by way of the king. And my family was always attached to the industry and the government by way of the United States military. And there's me, Arya, in the beginning. Okay. So I posted recently Arya's list and their deaths. Your president put this into existence. 2:22 on the clock, not me. He chose this level of villainy and all that it came with, including the black magic, where he continues to fuck up the church money. As I grow into a version of Cotton, I ain't got no bastards out here. I'm a firstborn. I have a firstborn. He has a firstborn, and I swear for God and church, come for that one, and I will come back from death once more. I will claw my eyes out, come back from death the same way that Catelyn did in the books, and that's why you should never cliff note shit when it comes to fucking with me. So what did I do in 2018 that you want to understand? I slept to that shit. I listened to it on repeat. When I say not today, Satan, that's it. My Jacket Hagar exists in the form of the Most High in all of his many motherfucking faces. Bitch. There is no ability to defeat me. If you knew the story, you'd know I went through hell, you see. Slit my throat, tried to siphon my energy, internal decapitation. Nick the spinal artery, but in the wrong spot. Fucking around with me. Now I'm all up in your motherfucking frequency. And y'all living on borrowed time, fucking with me. I am telling you, it is in your best interest, your vested interest, to turn yourself the motherfucker in and let this shit in. Because that's where we are right now in the realization of the representation of y'all's activation of my reincarnation. Now, can I get an amen in the witness on this Thursday? You're thirsty, nigga. Not today, so I am. Whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the papers, the news every day I am. Media won't even play my jam. And I was so some white boy with blue eyes speaking some black soul. Wasn't it though? Whose soul did he have to steal though? That you need to be asking yourself, yo. Now you know why we all can't go. Cause some of y'all sold your souls a long mother sucking time ago. You wanted to be the incarnation. Did not Elvis die on his throne? Yo, seems to fit the narrative. Now, I bet you hoping it's a stroke and not bearing for one of your children for what you did to them. You're an embarrassment. You chose this shit. Now you gonna find somebody that can match my excellence. Yeah, buddy. Dark matter exists and I am it. Omnipotent is the term y'all like to use. Alpha and Omega. Mother, Father, God, deity, walking this planet for what you know to be the first time in history. And there is no one but me who can tell my story, B. So you're gonna want to sit down along with Ye and Jay and Ofe and Mammy and figure out how to come up out of it, how to stop this. Because you did this. As you see, I have done nothing. I ain't touched nobody. My hands are clean. Ain't no blood running in these streets. Simultaneous. Everybody still bleeding everything but. And you know what comes when people get hot, hungry, and have access to ammunition. You might want to assume the position. Handle your business. I'm going to end this transmission. Or not. Like I'm only about 25 minutes into 45 minutes of visual representation, of spiritual representation, and reparation. Now you can either begin to repair this by using your needle to stitch a reality where you come up with truth and you tell it, or it's open war on those of you involved. And if you want to see how you end, go back to the channel, click on the video, Aria's list and her desk. How you feel about me? Aria's list and her desk. Pick which one of them characters represents you. Right now we're up to Walder Frey and his family. You put them motherfuckers in a goddamn pot and fed them to the stomach. I ain't got to do shit. The imagery exists, and Donald Trump chose this. You want to hang this noose on somebody, you hang it on Donnie, homie. There's a king that dies, he just wasn't on the list. He gets gored by a boar. His son's poisoned. His wife dies in the midst of an embrace with her brother in a building that crashes them. His siblings, one of them kills himself by jumping off of a building. There's a girl, she gets poisoned. You see how this is. Ugh, so many people, so many deaths. All because you wanted to play Game of Thrones with me. Like you chosen anybody else, any other person who would have been wanting to be in political office, and you would have more likely to have defeated them due to lack of awareness and or preparedness. Now you need to tell the people why you chose me, Donald. Why did you choose me? Did you know I would meet Barbie or Donald? You knew all along. If I documents he took home, that was me. My information. He took my information home along with some other shit. And you stole it. Back channels. So that they could use it against me in creating that fucking weapon. And some other. Mhm. And you knew if I survived, you would die. Right? You can die outside, or you can go just this system of this planet. This is how you intended this shit to be. This is how the Most High God planned it. And I stand on business. His, mine, and the galaxy. So you got a choice to make. My name is, for the full record, Maya Abina Umoja. Changed to Janine Christie Paxton. Then Perkins. Then Hill. The people on the street know me as JP. First is my name. First is my tribe. Last is my time. You can go to war with me and my allies, or you can bend the fucking knee. Because your third option is absolutely death by any other means. And respectfully, and taking prisoners. So you either go through the court systems or you get dealt with by those whom you took money from, whom you cannot afford to pay off. And that's a lot of motherfuckers. So you have no idea where it's gonna come from. Which means, Donald, since you are a traitor to this country, you have no defenses. No one will intervene and jump for you. As far as I can understand, you gave Russia authority of your life, and they are calling in the marker. Putin, you have to try harder, because I am not going to execute him. Not in the streets. Iran, same shit. I do not believe in regicide, nor do I believe in fratricide. So I'm asking you all to step aside and let this man go to trial. Now you can do what you want, expect your right to do so, because he came to y'all. Rather than absolving himself of his criminal negligence, he came to y'all to create a bullshit ass defense based on the lies of my ex-husband as presented in back files and otherwise evidence that no one had access to but him and certain federal government employees. This was background check, otherwise classified top secret information because these people go on to have top secret clearances. What they go through, what they deal with, ain't none of your fucking business. This is the Democrats. That includes you, bitches. And I'm standing on business. So you might want to watch the same goddamn video, although y'all know Game of Thrones heart and soul. Put your lord try to spit. As far as I can remember in Game of Thrones, there are no transgenders. Which means that your empire can go down by any other means. This is what happened to Donald. But those of you who had dynasties, oh shit, damn, wait a minute now.
Confirmation. Beyonce, Oprah, Diana Ross.
There's a cost to being the boss, diva. And you could not pay on any given Sunday. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're gonna find out. To the industry connected TMZ, all you other human beings. I ain't scared of you, bitch. If I don't have something on you directly, I know motherfuckers who know motherfuckers. See? For example, just because I like being messy. What's his name? Sean Garrett, full blown actual name Garrett. And he older than he claimed to be. His wife, childhood friend of his sibling. We grew up in Germany together. Ooh, chicka, 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 chicka. Oh, it's got to get sticky for you, motherfucker. 6 degrees of separation, it literally becomes one when it comes to the United States military and motherfuckers being under the gun. Donald, you cannot run. It is what it is. Welcome to your kettle of fish. Swedish fish. I'm innocent. I don't do no dumb shit. Like bringing up my children's lives or anything else, because you know what? I will cut a bitch. Go watch the video. You see? Now you understand why I don't fuck with family, friends, siblings, not a motherfucker. Because in the end, I knew God was watching. And here I sit, watching an abomination, in hopes of repairing what Christians did. Unfortunately, though, I'm not in alignment with the bullshit. Murdering of an innocent is murdering of an innocent. You're warriors, not warriors. And there is a difference. So again, I'm standing on business. You can corral up the cabal of coons and everybody involved in this, or become your own Judas. Because I ain't got nothing to do with it. You just targeted me. And since you targeted me, and I have made that clear right here for posterity, I can do what I want in my life and go on in my journey. And should you ever to me again, you have already overplayed your hand. You do what you want to do. Barbecue or mildew. Totally up to you.